I'm not even gonna lie, guys. I don't know why I sleep until like 11:45 in the morning. I mean, I don't have work till 3. I don't have work for another like 3 hours or so. But I wish I was wake up earlier so I had more time to do things. After this, I'm gonna be watching The Walking Dead, and we're gonna have a review out on the channel shortly, probably around 1 o'clock. But yeah, we have Bad Boys, 1995 film, Martin Lawrence, Will Smith. Obviously, a pretty iconic franchise. This isn't just a standalone film. So if you guys want, I will probably watch Bad Boys for Life. But I kind of want to just keep visiting different franchises before we get into sequels and whatnot. But we're going to get into the plot. We're going to get into the critical reception. You guys know how it goes. So, lifelong friends Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett are Miami police detectives investigating $100 million of seized mafia heroin, which was stolen from a secure police vault. So they collected it in evidence after like a big drug bust, and then these guys came back in and stole it back, pretty much. Internal Affairs suspects that it was an inside job and threatens to shut down the entire department unless they recover the drugs within 72 hours. So they think, oh shit, someone might have came in and like helped these guys out, or they might have even been a part of the group themselves, someone in the police force. That's what they believe. Mike asked one of his informants and ex-girlfriend Maxine Max Logan to look for people who are newly rich and therefore suspects, because she's kind of like a player, you know. She's with a lot of men. She's a pretty beautiful girl, I guess. So he had her go out and look for these people. She gets herself and her best friend Julie Mott hired as escorts by Eddie Dominguez, a crooked former cop. The party is soon interrupted by Dominguez's French drug pin boss Fouché and his henchmen Casper, Ferguson, and Noah. So this is like the first action sequence of the movie, I guess. Dominguez and Max are killed, while Julie manages to escape, and the rest of the Fouché and his henchmen are like chasing after her. The madam who hired Julie and Max is disposed of by Noah, who then knocks out Mike as he investigates Max's death. Like, how did this happen? He actually kind of had feelings for this girl. He actually kind of liked this girl. So, he's not very happy about it, obviously. Frantically calling the police station, Julie insists on talking only to Mike, who is away. He's actually not able to attend to her because he has other things to worry about. He's like shooting up whole other crime scenes. I don't know. Will Smith as Mike Lowry is kind of going crazy right now. He's not able to attend to other matters and things that actually matter because their department is about to be shut down. Knowing she never met Mike, Captain Conrad Howard forces Marcus to impersonate Mike to talk to her. So this is kind of the big interest. This is kind of what makes the movie iconic. It's kind of just this interesting dynamic of these two kind of swapping lives temporarily. So it's like believable. And it's pretty funny. It comes with a lot of crazy implications, and there is a lot they did with this that was funny. Um, at her apartment, Marcus and Julie are attacked by some of Fouché's henchmen, one of whom Marcus kills. So there's only like two or three of them left now that they have to worry about. Obviously, Fouché is still alive. He's not going to send himself at them. When they were in Desvis with Mike, Marcus and Mike have to impersonate each other, with Mike living at the Burnett residence while Marcus resides with Julie at Mike's apartment. Yeah, this is when they, after this situation, this is when they completely switch. They're like, okay, she believes that I'm Mike, so we might as well just keep it that way. The two struggle to keep it up in Julie's presence, and she quickly begins to suspect the truth. She's like, oh, maybe they aren't who they say they are, which obviously is going to piss her off because she's been going through all of this. She's been having to stay on like house arrest pretty much for something she didn't even do. She barely was even a part of. She was a roommate for someone. She was a roommate to someone who like was the main catalyst. Looking through mugshots, Julie identifies Noah as one of the henchmen. She's like, "Yep, that's the guy." The trio go to Club Hell, one of Noah's known hangouts. The trio didn't plan on going to Club Hell. It was only supposed to be Marcus and Mike, but Julius, why do I keep calling her Julius? Julie shows up anyway because she's curious. After being spotted, Marcus knocks Casper unconscious during a bathroom fight. I guess Julie was supposed to go. I'm kind of confused. Julie tries to kill Fouché, but Marcus stops her. He's like, "No, we can't stop him. We gotta punish these people. We can't just put them out of their misery. What the hell?" In the ensuing car chase, Mike kills Noah, so Noah dies. There's a couple of other henchmen left. The three manage to get away, but are caught on camera by a news helicopter, and the report is later seen by Marcus's family, who are told that Marcus was temporarily reassigned to Cleveland, and the mother, and he pretty much lies to them. So his wife doesn't like that. Obviously, no one likes a liar in a marriage. Sorry, my eyes are very irritating. Whatever. Happens every time I wake up. Mike and Marcus meet their old informant Jojo and learn about the location of the chemist who is cutting the stolen drugs, because he should know something about it. He used to be like in the game and whatnot, and now he's just selling tires. The three return to Mike's apartment, where Marcus's wife Teresa confronts them and confirms Julie's suspicions they have been impersonating each other. So, yeah, Julie is pretty much done now after all these stakeouts and everything. They have lied to her, so she is obviously not very happy about that. Fouché's gang shows up and kidnaps Julie. Julie runs away from them, which was the dumbest thing she could have done. I don't know why she did that. She ran away. She's like, "You guys are liars," and then she gets kidnapped in the process. So there you go. Mike and Marcus's department is shut down by Internal Affairs. They're not able to catch the people in time. Despite being reassigned, Howard delays the order, giving Mike and Marcus more time to solve the case. So he convinces them to let this go on for a little longer, to let them try to find these people a little longer, right? They access Dominguez's private police database profile and learn that the police secretary Francine is Dominguez's former girlfriend, which is why she was hesitant to kind of give them the info. I need to turn this off. My eyes are fucking killing me. Oh my god. Sorry if I'm blinking a lot in this video. I need to turn that light off. She was being blackmailed by Fouché and Dominguez after they took nude photos of her, threatening to post them at her kid's school. So if she showed anyone their profile or whatever, there would have been naked pictures of her at the school. At her kid's school, Mike, Marcus, and two other detectives, Sanchez and Ruiz, head to the Miami Opa-locka Executive Department, or airport. After a fierce shootout, they kill the remainder of Fouché's henchmen, including Casper and Ferguson, and rescue Julie. So now it's pretty much just Fouché who's alive out of the drug bust, which they want to keep him alive because they want to punish him. They chase a fleeing Fouché and force his car into a concrete barrier. So they think that Fouché dies, which realistically he would have fucking died. I mean, obviously this is just the plot convenience of a movie. Obviously Fouché would have died from something like that. As Fouché tries to flee, Mike shoots Fouché in the leg and arrests him at gunpoint, so again, they don't want to kill him. Fouché surreptitiously draws a gun, but is shot to death by Mike before he can kill Marcus, avenging Max's death. So yeah, he's killed. And Mike takes all of his anger out. He puts fucking 10 bullets in this guy. I don't know why they didn't detain him. They just left him laying on the ground and he just grabbed his gun. An exhausted Marcus leaves Julie while Mike and her head home, eager to be reunited. Leaves Julie with Mike and heads home, eager to be reunited with his wife to get some quality time, because that's something the whole movie that he's been kind of yearning for. His wife hasn't given him anything, right? So let's get into the critical reception. This video actually isn't going to be that long. I don't think this is an amazing movie. It's not as good as people say it is, but it's still a really fun watch. It's still funny to see these two switch, and it's damn near cheating, but not really. I guess they kind of have to do this for their job, right? But 42%, 64 critics, 5.1 out of 10 on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, it's not that bad of a movie. Bad Boys stars Will Smith and Martin Lawrence have enjoyable chemistry. Unfortunately, director Michael Bay too often drowns it out with set pieces and explosions in place of an actual story. Maybe that is true, but I still think there's definitely a story to be had here and a story to talk about here. 4.1 out of 10, 24 critics, mixed or average movie. An A on CinemaScore. There we go. That's more like it. I think this movie, some people didn't like the fact that despite the production of the film and the ability of the stars, the script did not diverge from the general plot of a buddy cop genre film, instead opting for repeated use of formulaic scenes. Maybe that's true, but I don't know. I still think this is a pretty good movie. Despite the heavy, energetic approach of the two lead actors and the visual style of the film, their acting talents were mostly new wine in old bottles. Many of the elements featured in the film, including both the plot and characters, have been recycled from other films, particularly those from the Lethal Weapon and Beverly Hills Cop series, recurrent stock characters, police detective cliches, and overlong action scenes. Um, Whenever a movie like this starts to drag, there's always one infallible solution. It's kind of like an archetypal cop buddy genre action scene adhered to by the film, right? Um, have a car chase and then blow something up real good. Roger Ebert gave it 2 out of 4 stars. As you guys know, he's a pretty iconic movie reviewer. Um, some people said they lost interest in the film after its introduction. It kind of has a formulaic approach. The talents of the lead actors were wasted. The production company did not spend significant time producing a script which would be suitable for their talents. Gene Siskel as well gave it 2 out of 4. I understand that. I still think it was a fun watch though. I don't think I was bored. I don't think I ever not didn't pay attention to it. There's definitely movies on this channel that I watched and I wasn't interested in a little through, and getting a little through the movie I wasn't interested. But that's not the case for this movie. Definitely not. I don't think that when I think about this movie. I think it's just a fun movie with a good cast. Very charming Julie. Very funny Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. I don't know who plays Julie. She looks very familiar, but I don't know who plays her. Let me go look at the cast real quick. Julie Tia Leone. I'm not sure who that is, but she was in the Jurassic Park series. She was in, yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. GZTV, as always, giving you guys the best movies out there. I mean, this isn't a great movie, but it's still a fun movie to watch.